Remonstrances. Recognize Senator Robinson.
By now, there must be some curiosity to know more about the trend in worldwide CO2 concentrations, which is presented in this chart. The best record comes from a monitoring station in Mauna Loa, Hawaii, which has been in place since 1958. This site was chosen for its good altitude and location to be representative of worldwide concentration changes, which are geographically and seasonally dependent. If you look closely at the graph, you will notice that it is a seasonal fluctuation because plants use more CO2 when they are growing. The best estimate for CO2 concentrations for measurements taken between 1880 and 1890 is also included, although it is far less precise data. Notice that this graph does correlate fairly well with the increased use of hydrocarbon fuels over the last century. This graph is from our 2007 paper. Recent data shows the concentration continuing to smoothly rise to about 425 parts per million today. As the world naturally gets warmer, possibly from increased solar activity, CO2 concentrations will also rise because it outgasses from the ocean. Warmer temperatures cause CO2 to come out of solution, just like a warm Coca-Cola. However, it is reasonable to assume that most of the carbon dioxide rise since the 1950s is because of the use of hydrocarbon fuels. This CO2 rise has increased plant life on Earth and is certainly not harmful. Had the CO2 concentration gone down from about 295, we would be in big trouble because CO2 is required for life and we need a certain concentration to live. This graph again illustrates that more than 80% of the CO2 released by the burning of hydrocarbons and the actual rise in CO2 concentrations occurred after 1950. Earth's temperature rise began more than 150 years before 1950. Thank you, Mr. President.